2026 was different, and if you own a home in Baton Rouge or you're thinking about buying one, you need to understand why. For decades, this market was predictable. New subdivisions popped up where land was cheap, highways expanded, families followed. If you couldn't afford one part of town, you moved 10 to 15 minutes further out. That cycle worked for a long time, but the forces underneath this market have shifted, and most people haven't caught up yet. I'm Sharon. I was born and raised right here in Louisiana, and I've been selling real estate in Baton Rouge for over 15 years. And one thing I want you to hear before anything else, this market is absolutely not crashing, but it is changing, and understanding that difference could save you or make you a lot of money. Today, we're breaking down exactly which areas of Baton Rouge are positioned to grow, which ones may level off, and what all of this means for your money right now. Let's go. Why 2026 is a turning point. Baton Rouge has always been a steady market. We don't see extreme booms like Austin, Texas. We don't see extreme busts like the coastal markets. But steady does not mean static. Here are major forces reshaping the landscape right now. Affordability pressure. People are moving, and not just from out of state. Locals are leaving East Baton Rouge for surrounding parishes like Ascension and Livingston in search of more space and lower price points. Infrastructure and job anchors driving micro markets. Haven't seen the Denham Springs market blow up with all the new construction and infrastructure like Cuban Crossing Shopping Center, major hospitals, and now they have a Target opening up in Denham in 2026. Number one, affordability is redirecting buyers. Let's talk about the payment reality. At 3% interest rate, a $275,000 home felt comfortable for many buyers. Now, at that same price point at a 6 to a 6.5% mortgage rates in 2026, that same home carries a significantly higher monthly payment. Buyers are looking at the full picture, not just the mortgage payment, but how much owning the home and maintaining the home will cost. That math changes everything. Buyers once targeted the South Downs or mid-city areas are now considering Prairieville. Buyers are now looked at Prairieville are now considering Gonzales or Walker. Instead of chasing zip codes, people are chasing monthly substantiability. And here's the key. Baton Rouge still looks affordable. Nationally, the national median home price sits above the $400,000 mark, meaning Baton Rouge at $284,000 median still looks like a great value, especially to out-of-state buyers relocating here for industrial, petrochemical, healthcare, or LSU-related jobs. But locally, buyers feel that shift, and that's we're seeing longer days on the market and more negotiation in certain price points. Number two, growth corridors are becoming clearer. Let's break down where the movement is actually happening. South and southeast Ascension Parish, Gonzales, and Prairieville continue to attract buyers who want new construction, larger lots and acreage, stronger perceived school zones, easy I-10 access. In Gonzales, many new construction homes are leaning in the $320,000 to $420,000 range, depending on the builder and the size. Ascension Parish schools consistently rank higher than East Baton Rouge Parish schools, according to niche.com, and state performance metrics. And that perception alone drives the demand. Ascension Parish population growth has outpaced East Baton Rouge Parish over the last decade, and that trend continues into 2026 according to niche.com. That's not random. That's value migration. East Livingston Parish. Denham Springs and Walker continue to absorb affordability-driven demand. In Denham Springs, median pricing is around $270,000. Many homes built after 2005 remain in the low 300s. Property taxes are often lower than comparable homes inside the city limits of Baton Rouge. Livingston Parish has seen steady population growth since the post-2016 flood rebuilding efforts, and newer construction continues expanding eastward. And now, if you buy new construction, it will most likely not be in a flood zone, as builders are typically required to build up, preventing flooding if the land was previously in a flood zone. For families who don't mind a commute going to I-12 to Baton Rouge every day, the value equation works. Let's talk about inside the city limits of Baton Rouge. Established neighborhoods are having a moment. Now, here's something I'm watching very closely right now. Certain neighborhoods inside Baton Rouge are getting a second look, and buyers are starting to pay attention. We're talking about areas like Mid-City, the Garden District, South Downs, and the corridors near LSU. And here's why this matters. These are established neighborhoods with character, mature trees, locations you simply cannot replicate out of the suburbs. As prices have climbed and commutes have gotten longer, more buyers are asking, what if I just stay in closer? Now, I want to be straight with you. We're not seeing the kind of dramatic urban transformation you've seen in Nashville or Austin. That's not Baton Rouge, and honestly, it's not a bad thing. What you're seeing is quiet, steady reinvestment, updating the homes, renovating the properties, buyers who want walkability, character, and a proximity to downtown, amenities without paying a coastal price tag. And if you bought in one of these neighborhoods 10 or 15 years ago, wow, you may be sitting on equity that you don't even realize. Number 3 is job anchors and infrastructure matter more now than ever. Baton Rouge's economy is anchored by LSU, Southern University, state government, healthcare systems. We have 3 major hospitals right here in Baton Rouge. Large petrochemical and industrial industry here. We have the Port of Greater Baton Rouge. These aren't speculative tech startups, although we have that too. The port remains one of the largest in the U.S. by tonnage, and industrial expansions north and west of the city continue to bring steady employment. Infrastructure improvements around I-10, widening and the area, the PQ area, all the improvements there that are continually influencing housing decisions. Buyers just don't ask, is it pretty? They ask, how bad is the traffic? How close is it to work? Are new commercial developments coming? These questions shape property values more than granite countertops ever will. What does this mean for buyers? If you're buying in 2026, you have more leverage than you did in 2021, but you need strategy here. The days of offering over $20,000 and pray that it's not gone are over. Instead, price matters, inspection strategy matters, neighborhood trajectory matters. You should be evaluating properties taxes at the tax assessor's office, insurance costs, especially in flood zones, because we know this can double up to, it can go up to like $200-300 extra dollars a month. Long-term resale potential. This is a thinking market, not a frenzy market, and that's great. What does this mean for sellers? If you own in East Baton Rouge Parish, you're in a stable, steady appreciation environment here, but pricing correctly is critical. Overpricing leads to your house sitting on the market. Ascension Parish demands strong due to the schools and migration, but buyers are payment sensitive in Livingston Parish. You're positioned well if you're priced competitively, especially for the entry-level buyers. Across the board, conditions and preparation matter more than ever. Buyers are comparing options. The big picture, Baton Rouge 2026. Baton Rouge housing market is not crashing. It's stabilizing into a more mature phase. You're seeing median pricing around $284,000 metro-wide, 70 to 80 average days on the market, under 3 months of inventory, parish-driven migration patterns, more thoughtful buyer decisions. The explosive unpredictability is gone, but opportunity absolutely remains. The map isn't shrinking, it's being redrawn. And the buyers and the homeowners who understand where the growth corridors, schools, infrastructure intersect will be positioned best for over the next decade. Number 4, new construction versus resale in 2026. Buyers in Baton Rouge are heavily weighing this right now. A lot of builders are offering so many great incentives on new construction right now, with rate buy downs, closing cost assistance, and if the home is in a rural development area, you can get into that home with 100% financing if you qualify. So sometimes it's actually easier to get into a new construction home if you don't have a lot of money right now. The trade-off versus resale homes, if you don't get the big mature trees, the larger square footage, the larger lots. If you're watching this from somewhere outside of Louisiana, maybe you've accepted a job offer, maybe your company is transferring you, or maybe you're just doing a late night research trying to figure out if Baton Rouge is the right move for you and your family. You don't have to figure this out alone. Relocating is stressful enough without trying to decode a brand new market from 1,000 miles away. Which parish has the best schools? Where do you avoid flood zones? Which neighborhoods are growing and which ones are leveling off? These are questions I answer every single day for families just like yours. I was born and raised here, and I've been selling real estate in the Baton Rouge area for over 15 years and helping relocating families help them find the right home in the right neighborhood for their lifestyle. That's what I'm the most passionate about. So if you're considering moving to the Baton Rouge area, whether you're looking at Baton Rouge, Prairieville, Gonzales, Denham Springs, or Walker, let's talk. My contact information is popping up on the screen right now. Reach out to me. I would love to talk to you about moving to Baton Rouge. And before you go, if you want to go even further deeper on what life is like in Baton Rouge, check out my video, Pros and Cons about living here in Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge isn't just growing, it's evolving. And families who do their homework before they move here are the ones who get it right. I'm Sharon, and until the next one.